Today Spark and we'll start. So myself Sangam Chaube and this is our Apache Spark tutorial lecture series. So in the previous lecture series we have understood what is Apache Spark, and later we understood about the Spark shell and little bit about RDD concepts. In this lecture series, specifically in this video, we will learn how to create an RDD from an external dataset. So for this video, we will see uh, actually means there is a, if we are creating an RDD from external datasets, it can be from one file, it can be read from multiple files. We can read the directories, we can read it through wildcards, and we can even create RDD from zip file. So these are the things that we need to take care in this lecture series. So initially we will start with the theory and later we will move to the labs. So PySpark can create distributed datasets from any storage source supported system by Hadoop, including your local file system, HDFS, Cassandra, HBase, Amazon S3, etc. So it means that we can create RDDs, we can uh, create RDDs from any of the source systems like Hadoop, Cassandra, HBase, Amazon S3, whatever. It does not specific to any particular database or type of database. We can, or any data storage, we can create it from any external datasets and have our RDD. Spark support text file, sequence files, and any other Hadoop input format. So Spark does not belong only to the text files like .txt, CSV, whatever we have. We can have sequence files, and if you understood Hadoop, there are different types of input for file format there where we can have RDDs from all these different file formats. So Spark does not specific to any particular file type. The text file method also takes an optional second argument for controlling the number of partition of the file. By default, Spark creates one partition for each block of the files, considering blocks being 128 MB by default in HDFS. But you can also ask for a higher number of partition by passing a larger value. Note that you cannot have fewer partition than blocks. So you can understood from the statement that we can have an optional second argument for controlling the number of partition of the file, and by default for 128 MB we have one partition, but we can ask for the higher number of partition by passing the larger value. But only constraint we can have in mind that we cannot have a fewer partition than the block size. If using a path on the local file system, the file must also be accessible at the same path on worker nodes. Either copy the file to all workers or use a network mounted shared file system. It means that when you are creating an RDD in your local file system, the file must also be accessible at the same path on worker node. The worker and the file should be on the same path or mounted on the same shared system. If not, we have to copy the file and send it to all the workers across all the different nodes. Either it should be on the same file system, or we have to send the file to all the worker nodes. All of the Spark file based input methods, including text files, support running on directories, compressed files, and wildcards as well. Initially I have told you about this one, that Spark does not read only one input file. It can have a various way to read the file. One, it can read just passing the value, my path name, and suppose abc.txt. It can read like complete directory, and it can in fact read uh, zip file also. So these are the various properties of uh, or you can say the features of Spark for creating the RDD. But we will go and understood doing a lab where we read all these things, read a file, read multiple of files, and create the RDTs. If you see here, we have text file, we have also whole text file, and we will try to understand the difference between text file and whole text file. So let's move on to the lab part. We already have opened the let's open the okay. I already opened the terminal and I have created few files. So if you see here, this is our path. Let me clear everything. Let me clear all the everything. Okay. So if you see here, uh, we'll go to the okay. I think my system is a bit slower. It's taking a lot to okay. So we are in the path home SD user, and we have created a directory called read files. Okay, in read file we have three files: file1.txt, file2.txt, and file3.txt, and we have small data sets inside it. We'll just see few of the files txt, and okay, we have one India. Okay, similarly we will see the file contents of the file2, file _2.txt. We have two Australia, and for the file3 you will see file_3.txt. so we have 3.usa. Let's go back to the another terminal we have already opened. So I have already started the Spark here. You can see in our previous lecture we have uh, understood how to open the Spark shell for PySpark. We need to write the PySpark, and if you see we have a Spark version 2.1.1. okay, so first of all what we will do, we'll try to read the files. Okay, so we already know we have Spark context available in the variable sc. So what we will try to do, we will create a variable called uh, read_f. okay, and if you see here I have already read the file. So what we will do, we will just provide the file name. So the file name is sorry, let me display it, file1.txt. okay, so we'll provide file underscore 1.txt. okay, now we are able to read this file. But if you are reading a Spark, you should know that until and unless a Spark can't get action, it's we will not come whether there is an error or not. So let me check and do this one. Sorry for some disturbance in the background. I need to pause it for okay. So sorry for the disturbance, and we will now try to see what we have got. Okay, so we are getting one error, input path does not exist. So I told you already that until and unless you can't see um, any action, it will not throw an error. So the file name, it seems that it's not correct. Okay, now providing the correct file, it's able to read the text file. Now the second thing what we will try to do, we will try to read the directory. So for this one we will create a variable read dir, okay, and sc dot text file. We will provide the path. We are very bad in providing the paths, so okay, read underscore file, and we'll see, we will do some trial and error things, and we'll try to see what are the different things can happen. Okay, oh sorry, uh, it's I have put something wrong. Okay, so what I need to do, read dot collect. If you see, I have just provided the directory name here. Our directory is home hd user read file, and we are able to read everything in a single RDD. So if you want to see the RDD, we can see like this, read dir print. So if you can see, it's my partition RDD 21. So we can read like this also. If you want to read a complete directory into a single RDD, so we can do like this. Okay, there is another way, and that is called whole text file. So we will try to read whole text file way. Okay, so we'll create another variable read, and we will name wh for whole text file. That is fine. And sc dot whole text files. Okay, and we'll provide the path home hd user and read file, similar to what we have provided in our earlier folder. Okay, sorry, earlier RDD. Read wh read underscore wh dot collect. Okay, and let us see what will happen. So wow, we got the output. So can you see the difference between the two output that we got? When we are reading the directory, sorry, here with text file, we are getting all our output in a list, and this U is Unicode. Okay, it's different types, different you know, ASCII, Latin one, and it tells us that this is in a Unicode format. So if you see here, it will create a tuple. Okay, it will create a tuple with first file name and inside their contents. Similarly, file name and their content, file name and their content. So now are you able to understand the difference between text file and whole text file? Okay, now we will try to read using wildcard. So wd will create, and sc, because when you are working on a real-time system, sometimes we can have a scenario where we have to read multiple number of files, and they are either in they are having the same format. Because if you are working on a real-time system, maybe you have a scenario where we have the files that is coming every day. So, and suppose we want complete data, maybe that can be a scenario, and then we can read the complete file providing the wildcard entries. Okay, so let us provide the complete file. I should have copied it, I'm sorry for it. Okay, and this is a star.txt. It means anything that ends with .txt, we need to read from this directory read underscore file. Okay, go, and we will do read underscore wd dot collect. Fine, we'll see what is happening. Oh wow, we are able to read it. So what we understood here, we can able to read the files in different way. First one, we read it directly. Second one, uh, we read the complete directory. Third, we read using whole text file. And fourth, we use providing the wildcard entries. Now let us suppose there will be a scenario where we need to read the file. Okay, read file. Okay, and we do not want to read the complete directory, but we want to read, suppose we have 10 files, we want to read 2 files. So how will you do it? So it's very simple in our Spark. We just need to provide the file name. Okay, home slash hd user, our folder name, read file, our the directory we have created, and file underscore txt. Okay, we'll provide this. Similarly, we will try to copy it. It's very difficult to copy. Okay, okay, we copied it and we paste it. Sorry for we will read file.txt and we'll remove it. We can have multiple of syntax error. In case we will forget anything, we'll try to rectify it, because debugging is also an art. So let us see what is going on. Oh my god, we are getting few errors, and let us see what the error we are getting. We will start debugging it. An error occurred while calling z14 text file.res. So why it's like this? Let us see the error. Let us see the error and try to debug it. Just hold on for a second. Sorry for multiple number of issues. I have a lot of disturbance. Okay, we are reading the file. So what we can do, we start debugging. Is there something we might be forgetting or we are not doing correctly? I'm not sure. We'll try to read. Oh wow, read underscore file dot collect. Okay, we'll see. We are getting the output. So we are reading file 1 and file 2, or you already know the content, so we are able to produce it. Okay, so these are the different way in which we can read the files and create the RDDs in PySpark. One more thing regarding whole text file, you should always make sure your syntax is correct, because here W is small and text and its files, but if you see text file and files, and in text file T is smaller, but here T is capital. So we need to see these two distinction when we are working on whole text file as well as text files. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like my video, please motivate me to create some more videos. Thank you. Have a nice day. Great. Bye bye.